Alright, so welcome to another Cheap Hammer battle report. This time it's not going to be against AI again. Now it's going to be against a real human. And it's my brother's army. His high elves are back in the board.
The glittering gods from that painted card.
Exactly. No, it's okay. I mean, like, it's been almost 6 months since the last battle report that was against high elves. So it's good to have them on the table. It's going to be a match play. It's going to be battle number 3, which is the one that divides the table in diagonals. So you got the 2 deployment zones. You have to have 3 objectives. We got the monolith over there. We got the shit house for the thrall over there. And we got another monolith over there. Those are going to be the objectives. It's pretty much the same as last time. The same farm that we invaded with the AI lists and protected. Anyway, and 2 units have to be on reserve, so it's going to be that big pile of, what are they?
Lothar Seaguard.
Lothar and Seaguard, and I got like 10 ghouls on reserve. Anyway, let's go through the list. What do you got on your side, man?
I got 22 White Lions of Grace, 20 Spearmen, 25 Phoenix Guard with a noble and a noble and an Archmage level 4, high magic, Gorhill obviously, and 11 White Lions of Grace together with 41 Lothar Seaguard.
Excellent. On my side, I got 10 Crypt Ghouls, another 10 Crypt Ghouls, 3 Spirit Hosts, unit of 20 zombies. I got a Banshee, Doom Banshee. I got 4 Vampire Thralls in this list, or in this block over here. One of them has the Battle Standard Bearers carrying the banner of Drakenhof. Big unit of 46 skeletons, another Tomb Banshee, another unit of 3 Spirit Hosts, 5 Dire Wolves, 20 zombies, and another 20 zombies, and in reserve I got 10 Crypt Ghouls. What's your overall strategy? What are you looking for?
I don't know if it's a great idea saying it before we start, but I can expect that the vampire counts are gonna tumble the heck out of me, so these ones have the banner of resilience and arcane protection, so I'm kinda just trying to absorb as much damage here as possible and then eventually maybe counter charge.
So they got like magic resistance and stuff?
Yeah, like -7 or something like that.
Alright. Good. So we didn't put any baggage terrain. We're going to add them later when we get some models. But maybe a baggage terrain that is inspiring the high elves and a baggage terrain that inspire on the vampire counts. Or maybe we'll just get some generate, like just normal baggage terrain and just use it. Because at the end of the day, it's just like a couple of points that you get, but you get a lot of points if you capture the one from the enemy. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so that's gonna be, we're gonna roll for spells and we'll come back for either vampire counts turn 1 or turn 1 for the high elves. End of high elves turn 1, yep. So the Archmage conjured Shield of Sapphire. I tried to fade dispel it, but I couldn't. And he got also Walk Between Worlds. So this unit has 5+ word save and it's ethereal. The rest of the units just march forward. Those are divided just because if they keep walking or he tries to place them over there behind them, they just keep falling because of the cliff. So but they just move to that position. Spearmen shuffle over there, and the Woodsmen march a little bit to the front. And just my Dire Wolves use their vanguard, and now they're there. But not much has happened. Let's go to Vampire Counts turn 1. Alright, so end of Vampire Counts turn 2. Wolves over there cover all that distance. I'm trying to get them behind his ranks. Spirit Hosts move over there. Crypt Ghouls, Banshees, the big block. I conjured my Van Hels's Dance Macabre with my power scroll and it came out pretty shitty. It just gave me 1+ movement. So yeah, they're pretty much like they advanced, but they had the hellish vigor banner, so they advanced with reserve moves, so they're getting closer to the objective. Ghouls over there in the forest. Spirit Host, ghouls over there. These zombies are gonna stay there. These ones are gonna move. I still got my unit in reserve. I managed to cast as well. I think it was I had Van Hels's Dance Macabre, and I had another enchantment. I don't remember which one, but I'm gonna check it later. So it's on to High Elves turn 2. End of High Elves turn 2. Everything just moved. His unit came out of reserve move and marched forward. He's creating this like shield wall over here, seeing like an impenetrable section. He wasn't able to cast either his Shield of Sapphire or the Walk Between Worlds or Fiery Convocation. And but yeah, I mean, rest of his units are like lining up, waiting for charges. And yeah, not much going on. On to Vampire Count's turn 2. It is.
Yeah.
Turn 2. And the Vampire Count's turn 2. Everything moved forward. The reserve move. I got movement 7. Use the reserve move because of the Hellish Vigor banner. They move over there. They're right in front of the main block and Spearman. I managed to cast a Doom Bolt at that unit of White Lions. Wipe out 5 of them. And the rest of the stuff just move. Those ghouls move into the forest to try to avoid arrows and further damage. This one's did as well. And I'm in possession of 2 of the objectives as it stands. And I'm trying to just push over that line, see what I can do. But no clear objective still now. Onwards to High Elves, turn 3. This is when some of the blood's going to be starting to flow. All right, end of High Elves turn 2. So some smart stuff happened. The Woodsman or
White Lions of Craze.
the Lions of Craze could move through cover. So they charged the ghouls that were inside the forest. They managed to just make 1 wound, but they end up just sucking a bunch of attacks from Corgil and the rest of the units, so they wiped them out. And they overrun into my Banshee. So yeah, bad news. The rest of the units just stay there. This guy stayed over there, then didn't shoot their arrows. And or wait, yeah. Espérate. And this unit over here, they just stayed over there. That unit moved forwards to be able to block my my charging into the Spearman. My whole strategy was just to charge the Spearman, slaughter them in their reform, and just move into the into charging this unit. So I'm gonna have to change the strategy. I'm just gonna charge directly over them and see what I can do. Over here, I haven't popped out my unit of Crypt Ghouls, but probably I'm going to have to do it. Yeah, not much has changed. They got Shield of Sapphire casted, so it's on to Vampire Count's turn 3. All right, it's end of Vampire Count's turn 3. Big blobs of attacks and fighting going on. I managed to do a Wailing Dirge on his unit of White Lions of Craze, and I knocked off 3 of them, and then
Perfect.
so Wailing Dirge, knock off 3 guys, and then I managed to do between the ghouls, the spirit hosts, some zombies. I managed to do substantial amount of wounds, not that much. And then with his hero and with his the big axes, he was able to do some wounds on my ghouls and some wounds on my zombies. But at the end, with all the combat resolution all together, it was completely a tie. So nobody gave ground, nobody moves, nobody nothing. So it stayed over there. On this side, I just moved the ghouls over there because my objective is pretty much just settling them there and try to take rank as much points as possible from the 3 objectives. The big unit of vampire counts and skeletons went into combat with the Phoenix Guard, and there was some damage done by one side to the other one, but not really substantial, not much happened. Ghouls move over there, Spirit Hosts move over there, Dire Wolves move over there, and everything just stayed the same. So yeah, let's go into High Elves turn 4. End of Vampire Count's turn. Was it Vampire Count's turn 4?
No, it was mine.
It was
like 5, I think.
Yeah, it was like High Elves turn 5. Everything charged my main block, and there was like a crumbling of 19. Even with the banner of the Count and everything, I end up suffering massive casualties. I end up with 3 skeletons, and my unit is pretty vulnerable because now it's besieged on all sides. It's gonna be besieged on probably on the rear as well. Over here, I'm not winning. And my idea of capturing the last objective is not going to it's not going to overchange or change basically the outcome of the amount of points that I'm about to lose if I go further with this battle. So I decided to concede the battle to the High Elves. I think the problem was like I went way too ambitious with the charge. I should have just stayed in my lane and just like complicate things. But I managed to make it possible for everybody to concentrate into my main block from every single angle. And once you get there, since you're Vampire Count and you're on, everything has to be crumbled, you pretty much I just gave the game immediately. The rest of my things are supposed to be chaff that just distracts any army. But I went too greedy, and the Phoenix Guard ended up being a very, very tough unit. So at this point, it's pretty much like it's one-sided. In the next turns, I'm just going to lose by combat resolution. So even with Indomitable of level 2, I'm going to start losing a lot of wounds and hemorrhaging a lot of wounds. So yeah, I think at this point, it's just a victory for the High Elves. And well, yeah, in hindsight, it's better to just like not go for the bloodlust and just like think your attacks before some things. Also, the Cackling Blade route 1 all the time, so it didn't give me as much attacks as I desire. But yeah, well, that's Warhammer. Anyway, thank you for watching this battle report. We hope you liked it, me and my brother over there. And we'll see you on the next one.